Hey everyone, I honestly don't even know where to start with this one. My hands are literally shaking as Yemi recording this because what Yemi about to share with you is something I never thought would actually happen. 10 years. That esse how long esse been since vi seen my sister esse face. 10 years since vi heard her laugh in person. Tomorrow everything changes. I need to back up and tell you this whole story because esse honestly insane how we got it. I know some of you have been following my journey for a while, but this is bigger than anything we ever shared. So grab some tissues because Yemi already crying. We haven't even gotten till the good part yet. It all started when I was 8 years old. My sister Emma was 6. We were living with our mom in Phoenix. Everything seemed normal, you know. We'd play in the backyard, build these elaborate fort cities out of cardboard boxes. And Emma would always insist on being the queen, while I had to be her loyal knight. I remember thinking she was so annoying back then, always wanting to tag along everywhere I went, always copying everything I did. God, what your gene to give to have her annoying me right now. Our parents had been fighting a lot that year. Like, really fighting. The kind where you hear doors slamming at you in the morning and hushed angry whispers coming from the kitchen. Emma and I would crawl into my bed together when each got really bad. Did tell her stories about magical kingdoms where families never fought and everyone lived happily ever after. She'd fall asleep holding onto my arm. He'd stay awake listening till make sure the yelling had stopped. Then one day, Dad just left. I came home from school and all his stuff was gone. His coffee mug wasn't in the sink anymore. His work boots weren't by the door. Even his smell had disappeared from the house. Mom sat us to watch the kitchen table, that same table where we'd eat cereal every morning while watching cartoons. She tried to explain that sometimes grown-ups need to live in different places. Emma didn't really understand. She kept asking when Daddy was coming home for dinner. For about 6 months, it was just the three of us. Mo was working 2 jobs trying to keep us afloat. So Emma and I became even closer. I taught her how to make peanut butter sandwiches and how to braid her hair. She taught me her magic songs and how to paint my nails with the cheap polish she'd stolen from the dollar store. We were like this little teamy, you know, this cable unit. But then Mom got sick, really sick. It started with these headaches that wouldn't go away, then the dizziness, then the doctor's appointments that she'd never really explained to us. I remember one night finding her crying in the bathroom, holding this bottle of prescription pills, just staring at them like they held all the answers to questions she was too scared to ask. The custody battle happened so fast it made my head spin. Suddenly there were lawyers and social workers in court dates. Emma and I were sitting in the sterile waiting rooms coloring activity books while adults decided our entire future. Dad wanted both of us to come live with him in Seattle. Mom wanted us to stay with her in Phoenix. But it is the thing nobody tells you about custody battles. Sometimes what the grown-ups want doesn't matter. Sometimes the system just decides to split you up because it is easier or more practical or whatever bureaucratic nonsense they use to justify tearing families' apartamento. Ele never forget the day they told us Emma was going to stay with Mo because she was younger and Mo's condition was stable enough for 1 child. I was going to Dad because he could provide better educational opportunities and I was old enough to handle the transition. That's literally how they put it. Like we were pieces of furniture being divided up in a divorce settlement. Emma didn't understand why was packing my clothes into garbage bags. She kept trying to help, thinking we were playing some kind of game. She put her favorite stuffed elephant, Mr. Peanuts, into one of my bags and told me he would keep me company until she could come visit. I can still see her little face, so trusting, so sure that this was just temporary, so sure that it'd be back next weekend or maybe next month. The drive to Seattle was the longest 8 hours of my life. Dad kept trying to make conversation, pointing out to landmarks, talking about my new school, my new room, all these exciting new opportunities. But all I could think about was Emma's face in the rearview mirror, getting smaller and smaller until we couldn't see her anymore. Those first few months in Seattle were brutal. Everything was different. The weather, the school, the way people talked. Dad was trying so hard to be a good father, but we barely knew each other anymore. He'd make these elaborate breakfasts and they'd just push the food around. my plate, wondering if Emma was eating her cereal e watching cartoons alone. He did take me to Marino's games. He did spend the whole time wondering if Emma was learning how to braid her hair without me there to help her. The worst part was the phone calls. Mo would put Emma on speaker. She did chatter away about her day, her new teacher, the neighbor cat that she the name so Whiskers. She sounded so little, you know. Her voice was getting mighty grown up each time we talked. I was missing all of it. I was missing her losing her teeth, her first day of third grade, her first time riding a bike without training wheels. All these milestone moments that we should have shared. I was experiencing them through crackling phone calls and grainy video chats. As the years went by, the calls became less frequent. Not because we wanted them to, but because life just got in the way. I started high school, had homework and soccer practicing all these new responsibilities. Emma was dealing with Moesi health getting worse and having to grow up way too fast. We did text each other happy birthday messages and holiday greetings, but those long conversations about nothing and everything just faded away. By the time I was in college, we were basically strangers who happened to share DNA. I'd see her pictures on social media and think, wow, she looks so much like Moded Atchedage, but it felt like looking at photos of someone I'd heard about but never actually met. She was this beautiful, smart, funny person living her life 3 states away. I was just this ghost from her childhood who occasionally liked her Instagram posts. The really messed up part is that we both wanted to reconnect, but neither of us knew how. Like, how do you bridge a 10-year gap? How do you catch someone up on a decade of your life? Where do you even start? It felt like trying to read a book where someone had ripped out chapters 2 through 12, and he expected to understand the ending. I thought about reaching out to so many chimies. I did draft long messages telling her about college, about my internship, about the girl I was dating, about how I still had Mr. Peanuts on my shelf and how I thought about her every single day. But then I did delete them because they felt inadequate. How do you summarize 10 years of missing someone in a text message? Then Mo passed away last year. Cancer finally won the battle she'd been fighting since we were kids. The funeral was the first time Emma and I had been in the same room since I was 13. We hugged, we cried, we held each other while they lowered our mother's casket into the ground. But even in our grief, we felt like strangers. We were mourning the same person, but we were mourning her separately because we'd lived separate lives for so long. After the funeral, Emma and I sat in Moesi kitchen, in those same chairs where we'd been told our family was falling apartamento. We tried to talk, really talk, but it was so awkward. We kept starting sentences and not finishing them. We'd ask about each other as lives and give these surface level answers that didn't really say anything. It was like we were both speaking a language we'd forgotten how to use. But then Emma said something that changed everything. She looked at me with these eyes that were exactly the same as they were when she was 6. And she said, I miss my big brother. Not the stranger sitting across from me, but my big brother who used to tell me bedtime stories and taught me how to make peanut butter sandwiches. I miss him so much it physically hurts sometimes. He did when I broke though. Like, completely fell apartamento. Because I missed my little sister too. I missed the girl who used to steal my socks and wear them as armoires. I missed the girl who would make up elaborate stories about Mr. Peanuts in his adventures in the land of missing laundry. I missed the girl who believed I could fix anything and protect her from everything. We Maja promised that day. We promised we'd find our way back to each other. Not as the strangers we did become, but as the siblings we used to be. We promised we'd stop letting geography and chimney and all the complicated adult stuff keep us apartamento. We promised we'd rebuild what had been broken. And that promise led us till this moment. Emma called me 3 weeks ago, and her voice was shaking just like mine is right now. She said, "Am you ready? I want my brother back." She'd been saving money from her job at the veterinary clinic, and she wanted to fly out to Seattle. She wanted to spend a whole week just being siblings again. You guys, I cannot even begin to describe what these past 3 weeks have been like. The anticipation, the nerves, the excitement, the fear. What if we don't click anymore? What if too much chimney has passed? What if we just too different now? But also, what if we do click? What if we pick up right where we left off? What if all those years of Separation just melt away the moment we see each other. Evie been preparing for her visit like it's the most important job interview of my life. I cleaned my apartment until it sparkled. I bought all her favorite snacks that I remembered from when we were kids. I even found Mr. Peanuts and put him on the guest bed where she'll be sleeping. I made a list of all the things I want to show her, all the places I want to take her, all the stories I want to tell her about the last 10 years. But mostly, I just want to hug her. I want to hug her and not let go until we match up for all the hugs we missed. I want to hear her laugh at my stupid jokes and tell her all the things I should have said in those deleted text messages. I want to learn about the woman she has become while still finding traces of the little girl I remember. Her flight lands in exactly 18 hours. 18 hours until I see the person who knows me better than anyone else in the world, even though we've been apart for longer than we were ever together. 18 hours until I find out if blood really is thicker than chimney, in distance, in all the complicated mess that taught US apartamento. I know some of you might be wondering why I'm sharing something so personal. The truth is, I think there are probably a lot of you who have someone you've lost touch with, someone you miss but don't know how to reach out to, someone you think about late at night and wonder if they think about you too. If this story gives even one person the courage to pick up the phone or send the text or book that plane ticket, then it's worth sharing. Family isn't just about being related. It's about choosing to love someone despite the distance, despite the chimney, despite all the reasons it would be easier to just let them go. Are choosing each other again. We choosing to be brave and vulnerable up until the possibility that some things are worth fighting for. I'm going to document this whole week with Emma. I'll share bits of it with you if that is something you want to see. Not the super private moments, obviously, but the good stuff. The laughter, the adventures, the process of two siblings finding their way back to each other. Because I have a feeling this is going to be one of the most important weeks of my life. I want to remember every single second of it. Tomorrow morning, I'll be standing in the arrival section at Setaki Airport, probably crying like a baby, waiting till see my Sexto S face. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be sitting on my couch, probably awkward and nervous, trying to figure out how to be siblings again. But by tomorrow night, I'm hoping we'll be laughing until our stomachs hurt, staying up way too late, and planning all the adventures we want to have together. 10 years is a long time, but maybe, just maybe, it's not too long. Maybe love really can bridge any gap. Maybe family really can survive anything. Maybe sometimes the story doesn't end with the